And what more magical than a bookstore at Christmas? And here we are at Eason's Main Street, Cavan, and to see what is popular this Christmas. Pacelli is going to tell us all. Hi, Pacelli.
Well, how do you do? Yes.
For the young folk this Christmas, Pacelli.
Yes, in actual fact, this year there's a fantastic range of books and educational books, which I always have an emphasis on educational stuff for kids because it stands to them for life, you know. So we have a great range of stuff for kids. We're starting off here with, we have, the likes of this here, the Discovering the Planets, hours of education and fun in that, not just for the kids but for the family. There's a range of those. Discovering Bugs, which you have here as well. Dinosaurs, everybody's interested in dinosaurs. You can't go wrong with a dinosaur. Discovering the Earth, Discovering Science. These are just some of the different subjects covered.
And then books, coming into books,
then again, where again dinosaurs, kids are always fascinated with dinosaurs, absolutely, you know. And we have this here, which is a kids activity book set again for dinosaurs, is absolutely brilliant.
I have to say, Pacelli, they're very well presented. All the packaging is very well presented.
Lovely presents, without a doubt, and very, very good prices. Very good prices. Moving on then, we have for the kids who are actually interested, and we're all talking about growing your own and so on and so on. This year, Grow Your Own, or Grow It Yourself. They've run out a fantastic book here, and in very simple ways it tells you how to plant all the different seeds, fruits, vegetables throughout the year. So there's a whole calendar of work in that. So
and of course the Great Irish Science book is very popular.
The Great Irish Science book was it's a follow-up, again it's a fantastic book, to the Great Irish Weather book, which was out last year, which is, oh yeah, there's it here, which sold very, very well last year. Very interesting book, brought out in conjunction with Met Éireann. Joanna Donnelly, who reads the weather forecast, you know, after the 9 o'clock news, and that's the science book follow-up to that. Following on from that, again, we're
and of course the boys love anything got to do with farming.
Anything got to do with farming. The boys love anything got to do with farming, without a doubt. Again, this is a lovely little book, lovely little presentation.
And of course it says on the books, Pacelli, what age is suitable. Always on the back of a book it always says what age is suitable.
That's right, yes. And of course, if anybody has any questions as to what is actually applicable to a certain age,
ask in store.
Ask in store, and we're here to help. Gordon's Game, again, massive seller this year, without a doubt, and it's the Gordon Darcy book for anybody who's interested in the whole Gordon Darcy and the things.
Okay, tell me about the Wonky Donkey.
Wonky Donkey, an absolute. Well, we start off with the Wonky Donkey. First of all, it was the book which came out actually about 10-15 years ago, and it went through its own phase and then disappeared. And then until a YouTube appeared of a Scottish granny reading the Wonky Donkey story to her grandchild. And after that, it was hilarious. And it just took off again.
We have a real Wonky Donkey now.
So now we have the gift set, let's say, for the Wonky Donkey, you know. And then this here is the Dinky Donkey. So it's a play on the pronunciation of words within the book. So it's great. And things. Now, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without the Guinness Book of World Records.
The update Guinness of Book of Records.
Yeah. And the one thing about that is when you buy that for your kids, you'll find that the kids will be digging into it again and again and again all year long, including the adults. On every bookshelf should be. And then of course
Ripley's, I used to love Ripley's, believe it or not, on the television.
Yes, of course. And again, it's one of the things that keeps selling. Anybody who's bought it keeps buying it again and again, because it's just fascinating. Some of the things, some of them are a bit scary looking things, but anyway, they are all the usual Ripley's, believe it or not, end of things. Following on then from that, of course,
to get to the older boys.
Well, exactly, the older boys is right. Most daddies buy these for their sons, but they're actually buying it for themselves, you know.
Yeah, just give us a flick of it there. It's fascinating.
Oh, it is. You have the whole history of tractors there, and everybody who's kind of into tractors. And I open up there at McCormick, of course, which went on to become David Brown, and followed on the way to become a Case, and back to McCormick again, and it's now back to a Case. That's the history of tractors, if anybody's into tractors.
Now, to get to some of the writers, the most popular writers, and of course you're going to mention David Walliams.
Of course. Massive seller every year. Kids who get into this just can't leave it down, and they can't wait for the next book to come out. It's a must. If you want to get your kids into reading, get it into David Walliams. Yes, Lucy Kennedy. We all know Lucy Kennedy from RTE.
Yeah, presenter.
Presenter is right. And this is her little book here, which she has brought out. And it's a lovely little book. Again, it's proven very popular, that people are looking for and coming in and asking about. There's Lucy there, which you remember from RTE. So it's a good character and a good book, The Friendship Fairies.
And going on from that, Ryan Tubridy.
Ryan, yes. Ryan brought out, each year he brings out a book, and he brought out was his first Christmas jumper, and which is a huge success. That came out last year, and this is his book again. Yeah, this year's. And again, it's a lovely little book. The whole idea...
Simple to read, I see.
Yes, the whole idea is to get kids involved in reading and their love of books.
And this is a fantastic book.
Unbelievable. Our own kids got into the whole Harry Potter thing 15 years ago when it came out first. Most of them have read them twice and 3 times. And now when actually what they're into again, and they'll read this again, because this is a fantastic book. The illustrations,
the presentation is lovely.
It's absolutely, it's a masterpiece. It's one for the shelf. It's one for your library. It's the Harry Potter, the whole Harry Potter thing going on, keeps on giving. It does,
Now, what have we here? We've got a large jar of Marmite and a small packet of cornflakes.
Yes, these here in actual fact are jigsaws. Jigsaws have always been very popular.
That's good exercise for the brain, isn't it?
It is, and we used to always do jigsaws at Christmas with the kids. And if you have a table where you can just throw out the jigsaw and you come at it again and again. This one here, in actual fact, is gone back to the old theme.
The original one, yeah.
The original, yes. Now, this one here, in actual fact, is double-sided, which makes it, even though it's 500 pieces, when it becomes double-sided, it becomes
twice as hard.
Actually, a lot harder. Because you're trying to fit it both ways, sort of, So, again, popular, and the Marmite one, and there's other ones as well. Again, lovely presentations.
And to say as well, of course, you'd like to say as well that if you don't know what to buy for your children, you don't know what book the child wants, a gift voucher, of course, and let them come in and choose their own books.
Gift vouchers, again, yes, of course, that's always very popular, where people actually will buy a gift voucher, and although most people would like to present the book, pick the book, it has a little bit of a link rather than the gift voucher, but the gift voucher is there, of course.
And you emphasised a point there earlier, Pacelli, and you said that in store, if anybody is not sure what's appropriate for age, everybody's here can give advice.
Everybody can give it, just ask, and we will help, and we will help you along.
And of course, you have got the charts of the books, as it were, to say the best sellers or the most popular books out for adults.
That's right. Okay, so we start off first of all with the Joe Smith one, Ordinary Joe. It's number 1 at the moment in the charts. Big seller. Anybody who's into their sports. Leading off from that, then you have the Lee Child, Blue Moon. Again, Lee Child again is a massive seller.
High on the very one, the number 1 in the book.
Yes.
Lists. Yeah.
This
and
is
of course very popular, the Aisling stories.
The Aisling stories, and this is the third one in the 3 books. Again, you can see it ran straight up to the top of the charts. Silka's Journey is the follow-up to The Tattooist, which was
very popular.
Oh yeah, a massive.
And of course, Pacelli, this is the time of the year when people put out their biographies as well.
Yes, you have indeed. Well, look, and there you have, first of all, Is Me, which is Elton John. Again, big seller, big book. Anybody who's into that era, it's a fantastic read.
And we have our own Michael Harding.
We have our own Michael Harding, of
That's
course.
That's his latest one, Chest Pain.
Yes, Chest Pain, again, because of the Cavan connection and so on. It's proven very popular throughout the country anyway. After that then we had
Let's
3 weeks
speak
ago.
about 3 weeks ago. You
Yes.
had Father Brian in the shop. What
Yes.
a great man.
Fantastic man, yeah. He was here for almost 3 hours, you know, and there was a queue of people all the time. And he's just a lovely man. He spent so much time with everybody. He has great time for people.
That is a thing that you do here in East Pacelli, is you have book signings and book launches, and you will do some throughout the next year as well.
Oh yeah. When they come along, yeah, we certainly do that, and we like
It's
to
very.
promote.
It's a great promote. It's an interesting day to meet the author.
and we were delighted to be part of Paul Fitzpatrick's book on Charlie Gallagher again, which is a great history of Cavan GA through the 60s and into the 70s, and of course the legend at the time was Charlie Gallagher, again selling very, very well.
And moving around and talking about books of Cavan interest, we had the book on the social history of Cavan, which is sold out now.
That
So we
is
needn't be
sold
talking about
out.
but it's an amazing story. It took 5 years to prepare that book, and the whole edition is sold out. That's
Yes,
great work, isn't it?
three local authors actually came together to compile that, and they worked and they gathered up a lot of stories and a lot of photographs. Very popular, it's sold out, and it's gone. That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that's it. Yeah. These are just a range of the books that's there at the moment. Of course, we have the very interesting one on the murder of Mr Moonlight. You know, everybody remembers that court case. You know, I'd just like to say that we have a fantastic range of books, both for kids and for adults, in the store, including we have also plenty of other gifts as well upstairs in the line of art and hobbies and so on. And on that note, I'd just like to wish everybody a very happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year, and to thank you all for your support throughout the year, which is most appreciated. And thank you for shopping local in Cavan Town. Thank you.